How many horror movies you could, how many horror movies you could survive by leaving?
Your business solo. To fully
Ain't gonna lie.
with Symphony.
Nobody in
Ain't gonna lie, some horror movies you just gotta stay for the plot of that month. Like Chucky. You know where he at all times. You just gotta wait for him to like lock in. I feel like I stay in Chucky for the plot of it. But other than that, everybody else, I'm just
a horror movie ever just leaves. I mean, like, you know, there's a door as well as a car in the driveway, and if any of that doesn't work, just board a plane, man. So how many of these things could you actually survive by just walking out? Turns out there's a lot of them. Right up until you hit the ones where leaving is the exact thing that gets you killed, but we'll talk about that later. So before we get to the nightmare ones, we have to start at the bottom. The easiest horror movies to survive, and the easiest ones all have this same little problem with them.
oh. Welcome to Dairy. I can survive it, but I will stay for the plot of it. Just to meet Big Pen.
The scary thing is a location. It can't chase you, it has no legs, and it just sits there being a house or whatever, and the only way it ever gets you is if you insist on staying inside it. Take Amityville, I hope I said that right. They buy this place on Long Island for about 80 grand, which back then was suspiciously cheap, mostly because a guy had shot his entire family in the year
I remember
before.
this.
Lovely purchase. Anyway, the house starts doing its haunted house thing, and the Lutz is, I think, go and do something almost no horror character ever does. They leave. Gone in 28 days. Didn't even take their stuff, just walked out and never came back.
But for my horror movie, I'm still living in it. George be playing games sometimes, but it's like when you ignore him and let him play, just let him be. Let him have his fun. You know what I'm saying? But when he started being aggressive, go in your room, turn on the movie, and just don't say nothing. Let him be. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start investigating, that's when they get mad. We don't want George to get mad.
And that's the end of the story. They survived because the haunted thing was a building, and you can simply, you know, not be in a building. That's basically every movie in this tier. Barbarian is 102 minutes of people refusing to leave a rental that could not be more clearly telling them to go. And I am very sorry to say this, my sweet summer child, but Backrooms, well, just leave.
I heard Backrooms is ass.
Leave. That's all you gotta do, if you can find the exit, I guess. It also works the other way around. The Strangers, You're Next, Hush, all home invasions, which is just the haunted house with a ghost swap for a haunted
It was
man?
alright.
I don't know. You could survive almost every haunted place with a tiny shred of self-respect. The killers, though,
They could've
or
did better.
like
Okay.
slashers, whatever you call them, they should be harder, though not by much. Because there's this thing nobody ever points out about them. They will barely travel like the lazy shits they are. Jason Voorhees has had 12 movies. Let that sink in. 12. And in all 12, he basically refuses to leave one lake.
That's the lake.
You want to survive a Friday the 13th movie? Don't go to the lake. Camp's closed, dude. Go literally anywhere else. And before someone comments, well, actually he leaves. Yeah, twice. In 12 films, he left Crystal Lake exactly twice. Once was Jason Takes Manhattan, where the man is supposedly off to New York, and then spends most of the movie on a boat. Doesn't even reach the city till over an hour in. The other time? Space. Yeah, Jason X. 10th movie. They froze him, waited 400 years, and fired him into space because they had really run out of ways to keep him near the lake. That is how committed this man is to not traveling. The writers had to invent the year 2455 to get him out the front door. Just avoid the location, and if you're already there, just leave and don't do stuff like premarital sex. Leatherface is the same deal, really. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the whole horror is one busted farmhouse in the middle of nowhere in rural Texas. He doesn't come find you. You have to drive out to him, run out of gas, and then go knock on the murder house to ask for help. Sally survives the original by doing the single correct thing anyone does in that movie. She jumps in the back of a passing truck and they drive off. Roll credits, she's fine. And the chainsaw guy is just standing in the road, swinging at nothing because he can't follow.
That's where they got that shit from. I never peep off the Texas Chainsaw game. He always do that shit at the end when everybody get away.
Michael Myers, same energy. One town, Haddonfield, even though he kinda drives a car, so he could leave, I guess. I don't think he ever does. Even Art the Clown, who I made a whole separate video crying about, never leaves Miles County. Though his bag probably
I never seen Terrifier, by the way.
if you needed one. Let's cover a couple more stupid ones.
I
The
love
hills
people-
have eyes.
What?
Your car breaks down in the Nevada desert, and a family of cannibals lives in those hills. You, sort of parked your car in their garden. Wolf Creek, Backpackers get stranded in the Australian outback, and there's a local out there who does this for fun. Wrong turn, you take, well, a wrong turn, into the West Virginia woods. The entire slasher genre, all those masks and machetes and unkillable men, they're agoraphobic. Yes, that is a thing. It's like stressing when in unfamiliar environments. Every one of them has a postcode and is not gonna leave it, which means the body count across all these movies is just people who decided not to drive home. And I'll do my best to be fair for a second. You know, there's a reason they don't chase.
It's like literally their whole thing is like, bro, leave, but you don't want to leave. Like, literally, leave me alone. I didn't ask y'all to come here. Leave me alone. Texas Chainsaw, y'all literally killed that nigga mama. She say this is her house. She got a son upstairs. Don't bother him. Y'all seen he big as fuck. You hear his footsteps, and that scares her. Leave. Y'all say y'all want to come over here and buy it and sell it, nigga. Fuck y'all, nigga. I'm gone.
Killer who runs after you wants you specifically. A killer who just stands in his spot, waiting.
Okay, I get
For
it.
just $1 down, you can get any camera, camera lenses, camera bags, drones.
Coming for you at all, that's almost worse. Which is funny, because the second a horror movie makes the scary thing actually follow you home, the whole just leave plan falls apart. Like, it follows. The whole movie is one idea. There's a thing, and it walks towards you. It never sleeps, never stops, and is always walking in a straight line to wherever you happen to be. So, you know, now try the moving van. You leave town, doesn't matter. It just turns and starts walking to a new town. You get on a plane? Fine. It walks to the airport. Then it walks to the next one, even over water. Though this could work like the snail you just have to keep running from, perhaps. Just hop on planes frequently enough and hope it doesn't catch up. And, it's not the only doubt I have, because Smile pulls the same trick. You watch someone die with a big creepy grin on their face, and now the curse is yours. The escape is just not watching. But, if you've watched, good luck with leaving. It's not gonna do much. The Ring, same family.
I feel like the only one that I won't survive is Truth or Dare. Because let me be outside with a group of people and a stranger come up and say, okay, y'all want to know a cool spot? Shit, hell yeah. Where the fuck we finna go? Just stupid and going. You know what I'm saying? Now we on a mountaintop say, on a campfire, I want to play a Truth or Dare? Shit, fuck it, let's do it. That's the only way I'm gonna get gas.
The tape, the phone rings 7 days. There's no driving away from a girl that climbs out of whatever television's close to you. Ghostface could be different, depending on how committed the killer is. In any case, these movies all give you one exit, and it's never leave. It's give it to someone else. Pass the curse on through sex. Copy the tape and hand it to a stranger. Or straight up just pray at some crazy stalker. The only way out is to doom some other person so the thing walks at them instead of you, which I'd much rather do, anyways. And, from here on out, it gets worse, cause you'll see. Like, Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy can't touch you in your living room. Can't touch you on a plane, in another country, in a bunker. He's got exactly one way in. You falling asleep. And the trouble with just leave, there's nowhere to leave to. You can leave a house, but you cannot just leave sleep. Nancy tries. She's slamming stay-awake pills and watching horror movies at 3 a.m. to keep her eyes open, and her body just won't let her win that one. Insomnia would beat it for a couple days, maybe weeks, until that very thing comes your own demise. There's also the killers that aren't lazy and really chase you. Even if you leave camp or their town, like Longlegs, where the killer goes after families with a daughter born on the 14th. I wasn't born on the 14th, neither am I a daughter, so that keeps me safe. If you are, try leaving your own birthday. I'll wait. But there are also pretty surprising entries here, I promise. Like a Paranormal Activity. Like, you'd think you could just walk out, right?
Nah.
Wrong. The demon's been latched onto Katie since she was a little kid because her grandma signed a deal with it decades before she was even born. It follows her everywhere, so better leave her behind. Same goes for Insidious. Spooky stuff, family's terrified if they do the smart thing.
Oh, I seen somebody say Insidious was not that good. But I'm not gonna let that reflect on how I feel about it because I ain't gonna see it yet. But somebody said that motherfucker is not that good.
And pack up and move. And the haunting just comes with them because it was hooked into their son the whole time. Funnily enough, you can survive loads of horror movies by just making a sacrifice. Would you want to get a video on that next? Let me know in the place, you know, where. Yeah, you know. Meanwhile, let's talk about movies where leaving gets you killed. Sinister. A true crime writer moves his family into a house where the last family got murdered. Which, sure, red flag, but stay with me. He finds a box of old home movies in the attic, every one of them a different family getting wiped out, and slowly works out there's a creepy pagan pagan thing called the ghoul behind all of it, eating kids. So he does the sensible thing. The exact thing this whole video has been screaming at everyone to do for 20 minutes. He packs up his family and leaves the house, which is exactly the rule. The ghoul only ever takes the family after they move out. Stay in the cursed house and you're weirdly fine. Pack the van and drive somewhere new, and that's the moment one of your own kids turns, picks up a camera, and murders everyone in the house for your next little home.
Damn.
So for one film, exactly one only, I'm wrong. The whole strategy just backfires. If the Oswalds had just stayed put in the murder house and never left, they'd still be alive. Cool. Hate that. And Cabin in the Woods. We've all seen that guy do a sick motorcycle jump into some sort of force field barrier, whatever. Leaving got him killed as well. Moving on to the ones where leaving just isn't an option. Like, at all. Every movie so far, the door was open in some way, but the characters chose to stay, or the thing followed them home, or it crawled inside them. But there was always, technically, a door. These next ones, the filmmakers got rid of it, on purpose, you know, before the movie even starts. Saw, you don't get chased into a trap. You wake up already in it, chained to a pipe in a filthy bathroom, no memory of how you got there, and a tape recorder cheerfully explaining that the only way out is whatever twisted contraption you've been blessed with.
Yeah,
There's no
GG.
just leave here. Leaving is the entire puzzle. Jigsaw worked out the thing that every other slasher missed. Good for him. If you want the victim to stay put,
I don't remember last time I watched Cabin in the Woods. It's been a long time.
To the floor. And once a movie does that, you know, it doesn't even need a villain. Buried is exactly 90 minutes of Ryan Reynolds in a coffin. The horror is just the box. Cube. Strangers wake up in a maze of rooms that kill them. No idea out and no idea why. The Descent. A cave-in seals a group of women underground the pitch dark, and then something down there gets pretty hungry. The Mist. Trapped in a supermarket while things move around in the fog outside. 10 Cloverfield Lane, locked in a bunker, and you can't even tell if the man who locked you in is lying about the outside being worse. Circle, which, fun fact, every time after a night out, my friends would put this movie on just because it's so bad. Those were awesome times. Try even taking a step here, and it is over for you. None of these people are just being dumb. Okay, maybe Circle was if you're taking a step after seeing other people do it, but one question, you know, still remains. Just why? Across hundreds of these movies, why does nobody ever simply walk out? The answer is dumb, and it's the only fully honest one in the video. They don't leave because the movie ends if they leave. Wow, what a surprise! Kicking in open doors, are we? A horror film is a deal. We agreed to put some characters in a house with an unlocked door and a pretty slow killer. And they agreed to act like the door just isn't there. The second one of them behaves like an actual person, gets in the car at the first weird noise, drives to a different town, starts a new life, you don't have a movie. Scary Movie did that.
Report live for Black TV. White folks are dead. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Which should tell you all that you care about. They're parodying the genre. For a lot of other movies, the writers nail their feet to the floor. The phone has no signal, the car won't start, and the roads loop back on themselves. Someone simply has to go check on the friend who's been gone a bit too long. There's always a reason, and the reason is never good because it just can't be. It just has to be barely enough that you keep watching instead of screaming leave at your telly.
Literally, I tell people this to this day. If we in a scary movie, apocalypse, or real disaster, if I hang behind, do not come back for me. Leave me. Stay yourself, my nigga. If I can't make it back to catch up with y'all or figure y'all later on down the line, GG's for me, my nigga.
Which you do anyway. We all do. And really,
don't sacrifice yourself for me, gang.
I'm not actually mad nobody leaves because smart victims are way worse than dumb ones. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about because you're convinced a smart victim makes it a lot more interesting, just click here to find out.
Bro, the only people that get killed is having love and having kids, my nigga.